Hello everybody and welcome back to Estonia. I love this map so much. So yeah, in the previous episode I did mention removing a section of this fence so that we can actually get into what is going to be the cows' field. It does look pretty messy, doesn't it? So it would be good to cut it and get some of this brush taken out of here. We will get some grass out of it, but it really isn't going to be premium grass, so I don't really know what to expect here. My biggest concern really is that our mower is not huge. Well, it's alright, I suppose. Yeah, it is a double bar mower. So it's not huge, but it's not tiny at the same time. So hopefully it won't take forever to do this if we get into the field. That's my plan. I'm hoping to get in. I would love to get a gate or something. We really do need a gate. But as you can see over here, the Massey Ferguson 7720S, which is our workhorse tractor, is busy putting grass into this field. This is going to be our premium grass because eventually the other area down here will be grazed by the cows, so we won't be coming into here again. It's just really a tidy up session and getting some grass to begin with, because our grass over there will probably take a couple of months just to establish nicely. So yeah, first things first, let's just see if we can actually get into the field. Of course, this episode is being recorded prior to episode number 1 being published to the public. It's been out to members, but we're going to demolition mode. Just say that properly. There we go. Yeah, so if anybody has left some really good comments, then I will have read them for episode 3, hopefully. But I obviously haven't seen them yet because the video has not been published. I wish I could time travel, but sadly, yes, I do not have that ability yet. Probably never. Right, indeed never. Why did I even say probably? Right, let's have a look at this then. Let's see how we go. So, I believe rear mower is switched on. Let's get this all unfolded. Look at that. I've never actually seen a double finger bar mower before. Definitely interesting. Looks like they do overlap as well. Yep, that's rear mower, which is removing the brush. If you do not have that mod, then I should think it would leave all of these shrub-looking things, weeds, so will stay standing and it will just cut the grass. Yeah, so as I said, the working width is not that amazing. It's not terrible, but it could be better if we upgraded the size of it. But it is what it is. That's what this machine is. It is a finger bar mower, and you can't really, I don't think, unless I'm mistaken, don't think you can get them in like gigantic versions where they can cover some ridiculous area in one part, like 10 meters or something. Right, okay. So I'm just going to do the Headland first of all, and then we'll establish if it's going to be worth getting a bigger mower for the rest of it. I don't own this area? What, the fence is actually outside of our field boundary? That's interesting. Oh, that's true. That is true. I wonder why that would be. That is kind of bizarre, actually. Not a problem, because as long as the animals can make the most of it, then that's fine. But yeah, interesting stuff. Looks like we can sort of merge back in from here. It's just literally there. Okay, that should be fine. Right, yeah, so as I said, just do a quick time lapse here just to cover a bit of ground, and then we can establish what to do for the best. So it looks like as soon as it comes to driving back over where I've already been, the speed of the tractor just diminishes and we can barely move. So, well, first thing we could do is try a different tractor. We do really need the 7720, but that is probably still rather busy. I'll just park over here. Yeah, how's it doing? This needs to be fertilised well. Okay, well, it's doing very well. really what we need is we need that mulching John Deere brush cutter. That would be fantastic. It is a mod. Well, it was a mod for FS22. I think, though, we're probably going to... How wide is that? 4 meters, okay. I think we're just going to have to make do with something that's already here in the base game. Because we can just rent something right now. I've just checked Mod Hub and I can't actually see it. I don't think it's being released for 25. I may be wrong. But yeah, anyway, we'll rent this instead. We do need 110 horsepower. I'm just wondering what the 690T is. I don't know, actually. What horsepower is the 690T? I doubt it's that much. 90, yeah. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll just leave off from this, because it's almost there anyway, and it will be able to finish today. Once we've got the mowing done, I can do the other jobs with the 690, so yeah, we should be fine. So let's go and get this, and then we can mow that field, and then yeah, this can resume, and we can crack on. The only other thing is, what do we do? Do we do silage? Do we do hay? Or do we just do grass? I think grass would be pretty ridiculous. Silage would be ideal. I actually don't know if this map comes with an integrated silage pit. I don't think it does. I will just quickly drive through the yard. If it doesn't, though, we could build one. Because we have a forage wagon. We do have a forage wagon. Yeah, I'm not seeing one. Don't want to miss something which is blindingly obvious. How embarrassing would that be? I don't think there is. No. So, anyway, yeah. We'll get set up, and I think we probably will build a pit. Ah, joy. Why is the weather never on my side? Just look at the state of this. Well, luckily it's very low quality grass, as we know, but it's already looking a lot better. But goodness me, couldn't the hail wait for another day? Let me just check that weather forecast. Probably should have done that before. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be dark by the time the rain or hail stops. Bizarrely, it's 13 and 12 degrees sort of during daylight hours, and then it's going to go dark, and it's going to be a dramatic heat wave, 27 degrees, and then as we get back to morning again, temperatures start to subside, as you would fully expect when the sun is coming up. Right, okay, so anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to have to just continue with this. I don't really have a choice, and then then we can get this tractor to finish the drilling, and I'll probably row the field. I think I can row the field, but really I don't like doing videos when it's snowing or hailing for too long, because I know with YouTube's compression it can make the video look very pixelated. But like I said, we don't really have an option here. Well, I know we can't really see it because we do have this sheet of hail right in front of our eyes, but it does look, from what I can see, a lot neater. And it's a big area too. It really does reveal how big this area really is. When it starts to regrow, it should look very nice. It should regrow without all the brush. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to go and return this, and then I'll get it back onto work, and then I'll probably jump onto the Farmall, and we'll go and spread the fertilizer. A bit of a change of plan. I was going to windrow, as I said, but I want to move on desperately. These two probably don't mix. Well, it's fine if it gets wet once it's on the field, but before then, no. We'll just have to floor it. I can't wait to move into September, and our grass field will be nice and green. In fact, both of our fields will be nice and green, because we've also put canola into this field, and that should germinate. Alright, so yeah, we may well have to come back for a bit more fertilizer, but we do still have some in the bag, so that's fine. We don't have to go and buy any more, hopefully. And I think, pretty sure the worker is almost done over here. Decent tractor. Bit of hail didn't hurt anybody. Or maybe it did actually. You can get some pretty significant size hail, as I've seen in those videos. It's actually terrifying. Those storm chasing videos where you see windscreens being smashed by gigantic, like golf ball, maybe even tennis ball size hail. Now I take back what I just said. I can imagine it can be very dangerous. But what we've got here, yeah, this didn't hurt anybody. This is just a sprinkling, really. This is quite slow for some reason. Come on, shift gears. It's probably the rain, because it was fine in the other field. Maybe I should have put this onto the 690T. If we go back to the farm and need more, depending on how much there is left to do, I can swap over. I do like this tractor, but maybe it is best if we only use it on nice days. This is more like it. It might seem a little bit over the top having such a massive tractor on the spreader, but at least we can maintain the maximum speed and we're not wasting the fertilizer as we have been doing. Plus, yeah, we don't want to run out. Shouldn't do. But we probably would have done if I'd kept it on one of the smaller tractors. Oh, is it gonna... Oh, looks like it's gonna have a very annoying strip left over. Well, I suppose what we can do is we can come up, and if we do have enough, then that's great. But if we don't, then yeah, that tiny strip can just be left. Looks like it is quite promising though. We probably will have enough. Let's have a look at this field from above. On the fertilizer map. Yeah, it looks good. Look at that. And yeah, I'm fully aware of this map being a map with peat. Can't wait to do the peat. The peat harvesting. That's going to be very interesting. We need the money first. Well, we could rent the equipment. We probably will actually end up renting the equipment, but we're not really ready to do that just yet anyway, so it's something we're going to do. I look forward to it. Alright, got 21% left. Yeah, that should be fine. Should be able to finish this field quite nicely, and then we can finally move on. Let's hope that September does not have any bad weather. No, September looks alright. It's good to know. And there we go. So yeah, we'll put this in the yard and then we'll go to the farmhouse to sleep. We may well have to do some more fertilizing in September, but there's probably no rush actually, because it can be done any time between now and the crop being ready to harvest. So plenty of time, we've got the whole winter. My focus is going to have to be the grass. We do need to get that grass, which we've just cut, dealt with. There we go. Great. 7 PM on a very wet evening. I've come the back way because I'm strange. Hang on, no wait. There's definitely we can get into here, can't we? Yeah. Yeah, I know you can definitely rest at the house. I haven't actually given you a house tour yet. Mainly because I don't know what it looks like myself. I have no idea what our own house looks like. Don't know why I'm walking around with a torch. That looks suspicious. Light switch. There we go. Welcome to our house. Very nice. Here's the kitchen, living room, living quarters. We've even got some firewood. Now, I was thinking if only we had a fire, but yeah, we do have a fire. Oh, we can light it as well. That's nice. I believe it's lit. Maybe the only way of knowing is by looking outside. Smoke coming out the chimney. Yeah, there we go, look. Wonderful. Now, this is my room. I lost the key for this room. So yeah, let's go to bed. And I'll see you in the morning. Oh, look at that. This is more like it. We've got that shallow fog as well, mist in the trees, looks beautiful. And now we can properly appreciate what this field looks like. Doesn't it look better with all that unwanted brush? It's just looking so overgrown. So yeah, I'm hoping that our 690 can run the windrower. If it turns out that we can't run it at maximum speed, then we will just put it onto the 7720. We will of course be upgrading windrowers and tethers and all that sort of stuff. Better check the sale. Now this actually is a really good series for a Zetor tractor. And if we weren't going to buy a silage pit, I probably would go and buy that Zetor tractor. Although we do have quite a lot of tractors already. Okay. So let me get things set up with GPS. Oh no, I can't, can I? That's a shame. But yeah, we're not even making a habit of doing this field, so it's not really a problem. Now that looks good. That looks very good indeed. Maybe there is going to be a significant amount of grass. We're doing this at 9 miles per hour. That sounds about right, actually. That sounds like the peak. I'd be surprised if it can go faster on a different tractor, but we will check. Just so we're not wasting time. Yeah, maximum speed, lovely. And before we start a time lapse of doing this, let's see our 2 fields. Here's the canola, looking very nice. And here is the field we just finished. The grass, also looking very good. Right, I don't know how long this is going to take. As I said, it is quite a significant size of a field, this. It's pretty decent. But we'll get it done, and then we can build the pit, the silage pit, if we have the money. Hopefully we do. It's coming together nicely. Yeah, we do need a bigger windrower, but actually when we have got this field out of the way, our only grass field will be much smaller, so it'll be a lot faster, and there's probably no rush to upgrade. Having said this, we probably do want to have a bigger forage wagon if we're going to go down the pit approach, because we only have the small one, and with a field like this it's going to be filling up constantly super quickly. So what I might do is just rent. We're going to keep hold of the small one, but we'll probably just rent a bigger one. It shouldn't be too expensive, and it's definitely going to be worth it. This, after all, is completely free. This would have just been left for the cows to graze, and they are going to again. It's going to regrow, they can eat it, it's going to be great. I look forward to buying the cows. But we're almost there. Just go up and down a few more times, and then we'll get that pit built, or I'll try and discover a pit which we may or may not have. I'm pretty sure we don't. I did have a quick look, but yeah, I couldn't see one. And if anybody is unsure about what I meant about the peat crop type, it does come under the new crop types. I'll go and show you the fields, because basically everywhere in the northwest and the west, those are all, I think, peat bogs. I'm guessing they're bogs, or at least were bogs, and they've been dried out. We can harvest the peat. Some special equipment for that. Link is actually down below for the equipment to do that with. And I've tried to put links to all of the machines I'm using down below, but I might have missed one. But they are all from ModHub. So even if I haven't put it there, you can find it on ModHub if you'd like to. And there we go. That is this area done. And I'm very happy with the results. I think it looks so much better. Even before we've picked it all up, it looks so much better than just basically a barren wasteland full of brush, and yeah, it just didn't look too good. Unkept, I think, is the word I'm looking for. Of course, we'll put the fence back up again when we do get the cows. That would be a bit silly not putting the fence back up, although I don't think you have to. They won't escape or anything. Although my goats did escape on Hutan Pantai, but they were fenced in. They just basically ran through the fence, so it didn't really work too well. Right, I think the best approach here, I'm 99% sure there is not a pit, but the best approach is to go up into the air, get an aerial view, and as you can see, we do not have a pit. That's the house, that's a storage shed, I think, or barn. Don't think you can even go into it. That's our main shed. What's this? Oh, that's a shed as well. I haven't actually used this. I shall make the most of this. And then, yeah, that's the cow shed. So, that is our farm from above. Where is the best place to put a silage pit? Now, we do have several areas. Even here is not bad. It wants to be close to the cows, really. Well, actually, where this slurry spreader is, that's really good. Although we want to be able to drive all the way through it if necessary. I could even stick it in an entranceway, because we do have quite a few entranceways, and then you can just drive straight through. Like, we've got that entrance, we've got that entrance, we've got that entrance. We've got the ones over here. Maybe that is a good place. Let me just have a look. Let me just get into construction. Let me put it into the right category, which I never do. Oh yeah. Always wants to do it to a 90 degree. Will not turn smoothly for whatever reason. Well, that messes it up. We could put it in here, actually. This is behind the fence. So we could literally just put it there and then landscape this area. I may regret doing this, I don't know. But let's have a look. What do we have? We've got a bit of gravel. Just try and have the same sort of thing. We don't really have any concrete in this yard. It's very much natural. Oops. When I say we don't have any concrete, the bottom of the pit is concrete. But I was just trying to get rid of that brush. I should have mowed it. And it would be good. It would be good to have a loop, but it's not 100% necessary. Okay. I've literally made a loop. Let's give it a test run. Let's pretend we're towing the forage wagon, because that actually comes out right behind us. Well, actually, that does look quite natural. And it's very local to the cows. Tip our load. Plenty of space to turn at the end. No excuses there. Head back out. Well, that's good. I like that. Yeah, so as I was saying, the peat. Let me go and show you the peat. I did briefly show everybody in the previous episode, but this is a map that's out to everybody, so you can just go and download it for yourself. I haven't actually looked into how it works yet, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. You probably do have to own it first. That's likely going to help. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll do this in a later episode. The peat work, but that's what all this is about. And it's vast. Look at the size of it. Can't wait to do this. Okay, well, we are going to leave this episode here. We are ready to fill up the pit next time with that, which actually looks quite neat, really. It could be a lot worse. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.